Years ago, I was part of a ministry that was called to go and really reach out to those people that had been hurt by church, and we felt like a church environment might not do that. So we had this opportunity to buy a coffee shop and just get into the coffee world. Seemed like a dream, seemed like it'd be really easy, and we learned quickly it wasn't. But I did find that in those early years of owning it and operating it, that I found so much joy in the early morning hours. In fact, from 8 to 10 every morning, my job was to sit and have coffee with the regulars. We had this group of about 20 regulars that would be in there almost every day, and I would just kind of sit there and I'd listen as they talked about life and politics and sometimes religion. Never really brought the fact that I was a pastor, never pushed church on them. Just listened to their lives and just kind of loved them where they were. One of the guys that was there every morning was an older, retired railroad dude. And he looked like an older, retired railroad dude. He had this sharp, heavy silver beard. He wore a leather hat, leather vest, and boots every day, no matter how hot it was. His name was Ron, but everybody called him Major. Every day I'd have coffee with Major and just hang out with him. This went on for a year and a half. After that year and a half went by, I got to the coffee house one morning a little later than normal. I had to stop and get some supplies. And as I walked in, one of my employees comes up and says, "Hey, Chris, a Major's looking for you." And I said, okay, cool. Well, Major came in a little while later, and he came right up to me. And when he got there, I noticed that there was tears in his eyes. And I was like, "Major, what's going on?" And he said, "It's my mom." That stuck out to me because I remember he had already told me that every morning before he came to the coffee shop, he'd go take care of his mom. That really stuck in my brain because Major was pretty old. And I was thinking, how old is your mom? Like, wow. He looked at me in that moment and he said, "Chris, she died this morning." And he goes, "And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. Something told me I had to come find you." And he said, "I've never done this before. Will you pray with me?" I was blown away. I'd never talked about church to Major. I'd never pushed it on him. I just loved him where he was. And in the moment where his life had bottomed out, something drew him to find someone that could love him like Jesus did. I prayed with Major in that shop that morning because I loved him where he was and God touched his heart. That's how it goes.